Everybody, welcome into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. Les Le Monton Roulette, I should say. I should speak French, and I should know the good times are rolling because it is Mardi Gras time. And here to talk about Lafourche Parish and some of the Mardi Gras tips for staying safe over the Mardi Gras, the carnival period, is Captain Brendan Mathern. He's with Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. He's Public Information Officer. So, Brendan, thanks so much for being here. Hopefully you can speak French a little better. Les Le Bon Temps Roulette. I knew I could say it a little better. But
Lafourche, too. You did that spot on, so there you go.
Lafourche, yeah. So, hey, tell me about Mardi Gras. And y'all had the first weekend, and you got another one coming up. So, tell me about what's going on, and you guys ready for it to say? How'd the first week go, and how's the second one shaping up?
Our first weekend went great. We had parades in the Thibodaux area as well as Golden Meadow. I had the privilege of riding in the Golden Meadow, the crew of Couillons there, Harry. So one of the newer crews that popped up after Hurricane Ida kind of knocked some of the crews out. We still have two crews that aren't rolling yet since Hurricane Ida, but this is a new crew that came up. Had a great parade. No issues through the town of Golden Meadow. We're looking forward to another great weekend starting Friday night. The crew of Athena, which I'll be there too as well in Golden Meadow, rolling down this Friday evening. That'll kick off our weekend. We have parades parish-wide in town of Lockport. We have some in the city of Thibodaux all throughout the weekend, as well as LaRose Night Parade. And then, of course, we look forward ahead to Mardi Gras Day, where we have 4 parades, as we traditionally do. We saw some parades go away the last year after Hurricane Ida due to issues with floats and different things with the crews. But we're happy to see nearly a full slate back here in Lafourche Parish this year. And we're looking forward to this continuing to grow. And it's really weird when you talk to people from the city. Our Mardi Gras here in Lafourche is definitely family friendly, and it's a completely different animal than what you may see in New Orleans. You end up with a lot of beads. There's a lot of space where there's literally no one maybe alone. So there's plenty of space to spread out and catch a ton of stuff. If you're looking to catch, Lafourche is definitely a place to come. If you want the crowds, then you might have to go somewhere else. But we like to throw a lot.
Yeah, well, no doubt. And, Lafourche has been described as almost like the state of California, right? Long and skinny. And you got these parades from the north to the south. How does a sheriff department staff all of those events? I mean, it must lean you guys out a little bit to be at all of those places.
It is quite the operation. In fact, I had the, I guess we'll say, pleasure of assisting our patrol captain the last 4 years or so in scheduling every deputy with a take-home unit ends up helping to work the parades. Each deputy has to work at least 3 parades. So that's how we do it. That's how we assign them. And this is a free service that Sheriff Weber provides to the Mardi Gras crews in our community. We're able to go out and perform these duties. And, so look, I'll say this, every deputy that you see, it's an opportunity for us to interact with the public on a positive basis, especially our patrol deputies and our corrections officers, anybody that, typically gets people at their worst and typically, will encounter people on their worst day, maybe of their life. This is an opportunity to encounter people on a great day, people having fun, and especially children, and just kind of bridge that gap between law enforcement and the community.
Yeah, no doubt, Brandon, because look, touch points are so important. And as you say, a lot of times our only touch points we have with police officers is when the lights are shining, you pulled over on the side of the road or whatever, or maybe even worse. So it is a great time to actually see each other in a whole different light. I remember as a kid, and I know you guys, when you run the sirens as you were coming down the street, or if you got the motorcycle guys, as a kid, just that I was shaking. I was thinking so excited to see that as the parade comes down the street. So it's one of my best childhood memories, thinking about the police officers leading the way, and they'll throw you a little bead from time to time, and it is a great way to interact with the public for sure. How do we make sure everybody stays safe? Is there any kind of weak spots where we got to tell everybody, hey, don't cross the street at this time? How do we make sure everybody stays safe during Mardi Gras and keep it a family event?
That's really the key. I think some of the safety tips that we give for Halloween, kind of apply here for trick or treating. Make sure that if you're consuming alcohol, make sure there's someone that's not consuming alcohol that's supervising your children. You don't want to have to worry about children. Like, you have moving vehicles involved, and you're up close to the road. I mean, that's the whole point of a parade. So the last thing you want to do is mix alcohol into that equation, especially when there's children involved. What my parents used to do, which I think is a great thing, especially on our routes, is look, just stay behind the fog line. You have lines already on the highway, on the roadways. Use them. As a parent, that's an easy way. Now, that may be too close for some parents, and that's fine. But at least if you keep them away from the fog line, they'll have a safe enough distance. Make sure they're not running out between floats, between parade units. We don't want anybody getting hit. And those drivers may not see a small child as they're trying to, grab that football or bead that landed between the vehicles. So those are pretty much it. Obviously, no drinking and driving. That should go without saying at this point. Just because it's Mardi Gras doesn't mean that we suspend all laws.
Exactly. We suspend a lot of some behavior issues, but yeah, the laws are still in effect, right? And if you have been drinking, make sure somebody in your party can drive home, because the last thing we want to do is have somebody out there for 6 hours eating, drinking, and then try and drive home after that. So make sure everybody has something like that for sure. So Brendan, we sure appreciate it, man. Enjoy Mardi Gras. Where are you going to be? Where are you going to be this weekend?
So I've got the Athena Parade Friday night in Golden Meadow, and I will be in charge of the Mardi Gras Day Parade in Golden Meadow as well. So spending a lot of time down the bayou this year, Harry.
All right. So everybody, make sure you say hello to Brendan. He'll give you some money or something if he doesn't have beads. So hey, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time after this.